How we doing today, folks? You old pals
Demo
in Zonner, and we're out here in beautiful northwestern Nevada, and we're out on one of our adventures. This is one of our mystery, legend, and history of Nevada. What could this have been? This expanse, look at this. The amount of effort and work that went into this. What could this have been? Now, I know some of you folks out there know already, you know this area, but most people don't. What could it have been, Demo? What could it have been? Obviously a mining operation of some kind.
Yeah, this is the Anaconda pit. Or not the pit, but this is the leach pad for the Anaconda.
And we're going to show you what the Anaconda is. I think you're going to be impressed.
That didn't sound right, but we'll just go with that.
Are we going to leave that in?
Someone will get a chuckle out of that one. Oh.
Well, I mean, this has been, you know, this has been worked for generations.
Yeah.
Many, many years here in northern Nevada. This is well known. It's still going on today. Not here, a little down the road, but in this general area. Oh, beautiful Yerington, Nevada, and Weed Heights.
Yeah.
So we're going to show you why all of this was done. All of this leaching, and you can still see, see the green out there in the sides of those.
See if I can zoom in. I'll take my sunglasses
hills.
off.
That's all copper ore down there. All that green.
I can't even tell. There. I think I can. No.
It's hard to see through the camera.
Yeah. But it should be like, you should be able to see the green there, hopefully.
And that's what they're leaching. That's copper. It's copper ore. So yeah, we're going to go take a look at this massive operation.
Yeah.
And we have more in store for you. We're going to do 2 stories today instead of 1. I think you'll like it.
That works.
So, shall we go check it out?
Yeah, let's head up, see about where that red water tank is. Right below it, that's Weed Heights, and just downhill from Weed Heights there, you start seeing an open cut. That's the pit we're going to.
We're going to go check it out.
Go check it out.
Let's do it, brother.
What's up, everybody? What you see right there, that's the Anaconda pit. We were trying to get, there used to be a historical marker right there at Weed Heights that overlooks the pit. Looks like they're doing some work to reclaim the area, so they tore the marker down and pushed the fence further back to keep people out.
So we can't get in there, but I'm going to go ahead and...
So we had to do a Zonner 4-wheel drive excursion up here on the side of the hill.
Oh, and what an excursion it was. Here, to give you a general idea of the road.
What road?
That's the road. Oh, Lordy. Don't worry, we'll get out of here in one piece if it takes every drop of Demo's blood.
That's going to be another video we're going to do. It's Zonner off-roading. And then part 2 is going to be Zonner recovering.
Oh, and then here's the leach pads we were showing you earlier, folks.
The leach pad off to the left, the pit, Weed Heights.
And as you can tell, it's very big and expansive.
And I don't know if you get a perspective, that's Mason Valley that way. You can see Fort Churchill power station out there.
Cooling pond.
Yeah, the cooling ponds. And then this is all Yerington. Then out there in the hills, you can see a little puff of white smoke or steam. That's the new Nevada copper mine. Almost runs parallel, straight line with the Anaconda discovery.
There was it's a belt of copper.
Yeah.
A seam of copper.
But yeah, they discovered copper about
60 something?
1860s. Probably about 1918, I think it was a Nevada Empire. And then by 1941, Anaconda took the property over. And finally shut the doors probably 1970. Or 78 or 83, I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was late 70s, early 80s. But the production of copper was just beyond belief.
1.7 billion pounds of copper is what they pulled out.
Pulled out of there.
And that whole leach pad, I mean, you want to talk about hazardous.
Oh, God.
That's why you don't even see tumbleweeds out there.
No, nothing will grow.
Nothing will grow in that.
Yeah, it's very environmentally unsafe, unsound. But that's part of living in Nevada, folks. You got to take the good with the bad. You got to take the healthy with the heavy metal, not so healthy.
Yeah. Like Zonner was pointing out years ago, you could tell the groundwater's coming up because the Walker River, I think it was the east. I can't remember if it's the east or the west.
I think it's the west branch.
Yeah.
Maybe the east, who
It
knows?
basically runs right down here through Yerington and goes out that way.
Yeah.
But you could tell we had a really decent December. I think we had 10 feet up in Donner.
Oh God, yeah, it was the wettest winter in Tahoe since the 50s.
Yeah. So you can tell we're having a pretty good year because Zonner was pointing out earlier that the pit there is at least 100 feet. Well, I remember back in the day they said that they planted a bunch of trees and they had RV spots and they tried to stock that thing with fish.
And
it didn't work.
No. Not with the mercury and everything else in there. Cyanide, God only knows what.
Uranium. There's natural uranium up in this area too.
Yeah. So, shall we?
Yeah, we'll head down and we'll drive around, see if we can get a little closer down to the pit, or we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. Well, and if not, we're gonna start working on our second subject for the video.
Yeah.
So shall we, brother?
Let's do it.
See if we can get out of here in one piece without me killing us.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Go.
I don't see anything. How we doing, folks? This is the Walker River, branch of it. It's in beautiful Wilson Canyon.
Wilson Canyon.
Look at this. Take a look at it.
Towering. Yeah, towering.
This place is filled with giant browns and rainbows. This little tiny river here. They hide underneath that rock ledge. Now I've seen 27-inch browns come out of here. I wasn't the one that caught them, of course, but I've seen them caught here. But beautiful Wilson Canyon. And this canyon ties into our next subject, because there's a little old historical marker up here about Wilson Canyon and concerning the individual who we are going to be discussing. So come on along with us.
A beautiful day.
It is. It's above freezing in January. We're doing all right. We're doing better than New York. All right, here we go. Historic marker, Wilson Canyon. Wilson Canyon and the Wilson Mining District were named for brothers David and Uncle Billy Wilson. One of them was a Civil War veteran, I'm not sure.
David was.
Yep, David Wilson, born 1829. Came west in 1850 during California Gold Rush. Returned to the Midwest in 1853. Married and joined the Union Army at the outbreak of the Civil War. Wilson participated in at least one battle and was discharged with sunstroke. Sunstroke.
Wait, it's coming. It's coming.
He then returned to the West.
I think that's just kind of funny that you get sunstroke and then you come back out to the West, but hey, to each their own.
Who are we to judge? The Wilson family settled in the Wilson Canyon area in 1863. Mining gold discovered in Pine Grove by brother Uncle Billy and ranching in Mason Valley. The Wilsons' mining efforts eventually yielded several $1 million, which back then was a lot of money. David Wilson died in 1915, a prominent local rancher and community leader. He is buried nearby in the Wilson Ranch Cemetery, a northern Paiute. Named Wovoka, was raised with the Wilson boys and took the name Jack Wilson. He regularly attended family Bible readings and prayers. Wovoka started the ghost dance movement in 1890. It's actually the second version of the ghost dance movement, which swept into the Great Plains with potent political force. And yes, even though Wovoka's message was of peace and brotherhood with the whites, as it moved through the Great Plains, it took on a life of its own and a new meaning. The new meaning was the whites would be swallowed up by the earth. The white man's bullets couldn't harm them. It didn't end well. But Wovoka continued with his religious message. He stayed on as a
Shaman.
Shaman for his people for decades after Wounded Knee, and spent his entire life in this area. He was born in 1856 and died in 1932. He was living in Mason, in the little town of Mason, just on the road here, and died in Yerington, 1932. I'm guessing the hospital.
Well, he was born Wellington, Smith Valley area, and then he stayed local.
No, he was a man with a message of peace, and it just didn't end well. And we find that happens quite a bit in this world. So what we're going to do now is, with this information about Wovoka, we're going to go and find out what happened to Wovoka. Where did he end up?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's one of Nevada's great mysteries, and we're going to solve it for you.
I'm up for it.
Come on along, baby.
How's it going, everybody? Go ahead and wrap this up. Zonner and I are here in Schurz. Yerington's that way, and of course Schurz is there, and Hawthorne that way, Fallon that way. But what's behind me is the gravesite for Jack Wilson, Wovoka. And as you see, he's buried with his wife, Mary Wilson. And Mr. Wovoka, Mr. Jack Wilson's tombstone is right there. Indian Messiah and Prophet, Wovoka, 1858-1932, founder of the ghost dance. His teachings of hope, goodwill, and promise of life after death will live as long as man inhabits this earth.
And that's where the great seer, Mr. Wovoka, cleric and shaman for the Paiute people, this is where he ended up, and it's where all of our legends and heroes from the Old West end up. Eventually, it's where we all end up.
And Zonner's going to leave a link in the description. Please read the link. It gives a really good understanding. I mean, we can talk all we want about what we know from history and all that stuff, but it's actually
a lot of information.
A lot of good information, and that's Mr. Wovoka right there. So if you really kind of see it, so you kind
of, yeah, we got him.
We got him. But
I'm gonna put some pictures up also.
Yeah.
So that you can see what he looked like in real life. Well, when he was alive.
So it is estimated when he passed, he was about 73 or 74 years old.
Yeah, good age. Yeah. And placing blame. Blame is for God and small children. See if you can guess where that quote came from. But yeah, ended up at Wounded Knee. And as horrible as that was.
Well, he never made it to Wounded
Knee. No, he wasn't at Wounded Knee, but the ghost dance made it to Wounded Knee, and that's where it ended.
Yeah,
but
the Lakota sent the party down, or a team down to talk to Wovoka, and that's where they somehow got the idea of bulletproof.
Yeah, the bullets wouldn't hurt him.
Yeah.
Well.
And after that, he kind of went back blended into society as a normal person, and just rode out the rest of his life.
Yeah. Doing his thing, spreading his message.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can't ask for more.
That's good history, I tell you.
Oh yeah, a lot of history, and it's all right here, right in Nevada.
And you never would have thought kind of a man of stature, of historical stature, would be buried
A little cemetery here.
in the middle of, kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Sure is Nevada.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
there it is, folks, and
Like I said, please read the description. You'll like it, or
yeah, it's a lot of interesting information.
or Google it, one or two.
Yeah, and you know, here we have it, another mystery, legend, and history of Nevada.
Yep.
So, yeah,
It's been a fun day. I say we go wrap it up, and
it's always great to get out, brother.
yeah, we might have on the way back. There might be something we run into. You
You never know.
know.
On that note,
I have no adieux.
I have no adieux for myself.
All right. Well,
Without any further adieux,
this has been your old buddies Demo
and Zonner.
from the Schurz Cemetery, saying,
Don't let your meat loaf.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, folks. Bye-bye.